Normally, this is how I enter a stage, dancing, swaying, and making a grand entrance. But today, I'm not here to entertain or impress. I'm here to strip away the glitter and the glamour and share something far more real, the story of my life. I am Kezaia Caldeira. I'm an MC, a model, a content creator, a social media star, and someone who has spent years perfecting the art of commanding attention and captivating hearts. On the surface, my life seems like a series of achievements, winning beauty pageants, hosting events across the globe, traveling the world, building a fancy lifestyle and a successful career. But underneath it all, I have been battling insecurities, pain, and emotional scars that no one could ever see. Unlike physical scars that are visible to the eye, emotional scars cannot be seen. So they need to be heard. So here I am, unmasking those invisible scars. We live in a world that's obsessed with perfection. Social media shows us curated lifestyles, flawless faces, and success stories. I know because I have been a part of that narrative. But we all wear masks to hide our inner struggles. Today, I encourage you to look beyond what you just see, to value mental health, and to understand that true strength lies in embracing your scars with pride. Let me begin with my first scar. One of the earliest and most defining moments of my life was the loss of my father. He had dementia and lived away from home. In fact, due to his memory loss, the last time I saw him, he didn't even recognize me. Imagine standing before your hero and he no longer knows who you are. One day, my father went missing. I was just a little girl feeling abandoned, confused, and completely heartbroken. For years, we searched, we hoped, we prayed, but he never came back. We never even found his body. We never got to say goodbye. That lack of closure was a scar that stayed with me for life. It was not just the grief, it was an endless cycle of what ifs. What if I could have done something to save him? What if he needed me? That uncertainty became a part of me and how I viewed myself, love, and relationships. Apart from losing my father, my parents' divorce was another event that shaped my worldview. My parents, because of my dad's alcoholism, saw a breakdown in their marriage with endless conflicts and fights. The entry of my stepfather had a similar pattern of alcoholism, mental issues as severe as hallucinations, fights, and separation. All of these experiences would make me think, why am I going through all of these things? I was just a little girl feeling so confused, abandoned, and heartbroken all the time. Abandonment does that to you. And this is not just my story. This is the story of so many of us in this generation who grow up in dysfunctional families. Parental neglect, emotionally unavailable parents, or broken homes leave lasting emotional scars. Apart from my family issues, I also faced severe insecurities and body image issues. I was a girl who felt unseen, ugly, and unattractive. Growing up, I was overweight and I was tanned. And I was told that I have a crooked face. And I kept wanting to hide all of my flaws. The dark circles under my eyes, the pigmentation on my skin, my disproportionate lips. I wanted to mask it all with makeup and filters. But no matter what I did, I never felt beautiful enough. Eventually, after years of working on myself, grooming myself, I started competing in beauty pageants. The girl who once felt unseen and unloved was now winning titles like Miss Goa 2014, Mega Model of the Year. I also won an international pageant, World City Queen 2016, after competing with 30 beautiful women from all around the world. That should have given me the validation I needed, right? But ironically, even then my insecurities didn't disappear. I kept wanting to hide all of my flaws. I kept wanting to keep trying to see the beauty in myself, but I couldn't. The modeling industry with its harsh beauty standards made me feel even more insecure. I was told that I needed to have a body with perfect measurements, the perfect skin, the perfect weight, the perfect everything. And I got so obsessed with trying to meet these standards that I went to extreme dieting and unhealthy ways to fit in. At some point, I was anorexic, surviving on just one milkshake a day for weeks, grappling with weakness, because I thought that I had to shed off all of me. So many of us women face these issues because we are so harshly judged on our outward appearance and on the way we look. Fortunately, after years of fighting with myself, I have finally realized that my value is not based on how I look. I no longer measure my worth based on a number on a scale or by the opinions of others. I have learned to embrace myself, my flaws, my body, my weight gain, everything, and just love myself the way I am. And that, me being uniquely me, is my superpower. Moving on to one of the deepest scars now. Growing up, my mother was my anchor, but she faced her own battles. She suffers from bipolar disorder and depression, and as her only child, I became her caretaker and her therapist. During her depressive phases, she would become very inactive. She would sit staring at the walls for hours or just lie in bed, barely moving, without a will to live. She wouldn't even eat or look after herself sometimes. She also had occasional suicidal tendencies, even attempted ones, which was terrifying to me as a child. I was told to be strong and deal with it. But how do you deal with something so heavy when you're just a child? How do you cope when your mother, the person who's supposed to look after you, needs you to look after her instead? During her phases of mania, which is a state of hyperactivity, she would be the complete opposite. She would act impulsively, get angry, criticize me, speak ill about me to others, further contributing to my trust issues and my insecurities. Growing up in this chaos has shaped me in ways I'm still trying to understand. Although I have a much better understanding of a condition today, growing up, I struggled to make sense of my world at home. I had to grow up quickly, often putting my feelings aside to support her. But the truth is, you can't pour from an empty cup. The more I tried to hold everything together, the more I felt like I was falling apart. These experiences, however, have truly taught me the importance of mental health. Mental pain, although invisible, is as devastating as physical pain. We live in a world where we are told to constantly compete with each other, to look good, to be successful, and to never show weakness. But the truth is, no one is immune to mental health struggles. We all face them at some point of time or another, whether it is stress, anxiety, depression, sadness, heartbreak, or mental illnesses. It is important to realize that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a step towards healing and a journey towards healing. All of us carry an inner child, a version of us that's shaped by our past experiences. For me, that inner child was a scared little girl who watched her family fall apart, who lost her father, and who grew up doubting her worth. For years, I pushed these wounds, I kept them and ignored them, powered through them, just like we all do. Fake it till you make it, right? But I had made it, yet I felt the emptiness inside. Healing meant reconnecting with that inner child, looking into the mirror and telling her, you are worthy, you are loved, you are enough. Healing doesn't erase the damage that was done, but it ensures that the damage no longer controls our lives. Our emotions, our childhood experiences truly shape who we are, our desires, our habits, our behaviors. So it's very crucial for us to understand these roots, heal through them, and grow to be the best versions of ourselves. Growing up with a single mother did teach me the importance of independence. My mother was a true warrior. Despite her mental health struggles, she worked tirelessly to provide for me and give me the best life possible, and truly showed me the importance of being a self-reliant and strong, independent woman. And although I've had to sacrifice a lot for her, my desires, my ambitions, and even my childhood, I have no regrets. In fact, I'd do it all again. Call it a sense of duty, true empathy, or unconditional love. I believe that a daughter's love is as nurturing as a mother's love, and that is the power of womanhood. We are all seeking two things in life, I believe: filling a void and seeking validation, the two V's I'd like to call it. For years, I sought validation from external sources: applauses, titles, compliments, likes, views, achievements, relationships. But no matter how much you achieve, it never feels enough. Because true fulfillment comes from within. It comes from embracing your scars, your journey, your pain, healing through those wounds, and loving yourself unconditionally. In the entertainment industry, as an MC and as a stage artist, I'm performing for thousands, spreading love, joy, and positivity. But there are so many times behind those smiles, I'm struggling inside. And this is the reality for so many in the entertainment industry. We are expected to always be on because that's what the world wants to see. But behind every perfect photo, behind every glowing performance, there is a human being who feels, who hurts, who struggles, which is why I can't stress enough how important it is for all of us to be kind to one another, because you never know what another person is going through. This is why I have chosen to share my story today, and don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for sympathy. I've always portrayed this image of a strong, thick-skinned, self-reliant woman, and I've kept these aspects of my life hidden until today. I've only chosen to share the happy moments on social media, only speak about the accomplishments and achievements until today. But I thought it was time to unmask the reality so that my story serves its purpose and is a source of inspiration to others. When life felt unbearable, faith, meditation, and manifestation became my anchors in the storm. Faith became my guiding light in the darkest moments of my life. My faith in Lord Jesus was a constant source of strength. Now, whether you turn to a higher power, the universe, or your inner strength, knowing that you are not alone and that your life has a purpose can profoundly change your life. Meditation became a tool that was very important for me to calm the chaos in my mind. It helped me to connect with my inner self, to be kind to myself, to forgive, and not to constantly worry about the outcomes. Manifestation recently became a very important tool for me to create the life that I wanted. I visualized my dreams, created vision boards, and dared to dream big and believe that I was worthy of all the love, success, and happiness. In fact, I have manifested this very moment. Giving a TEDx talk was on my vision board of last year. And look at me, creating all the dreams coming true, and the ones that I thought were once impossible, creating them into reality as well. If I were to describe my life with metaphors, I'd use these two symbols, a diamond and a lotus. My life has been like a refining process of a diamond. In spite of that intense pressure and the pain, I chose to shine through, being more stronger and more resilient. My life has also been like a lotus, growing in the mucky waters. Despite growing up in adversity and struggles, I chose to reach out to the light and bloom beautifully. As I conclude, I want to leave you with 4 powerful lessons through my journey. Number 1, your scars are proof of your survival. Wear them with pride. Whether they are physical scars or emotional scars, they tell a story of your resilience and they are a testament to the strength that you've shown. Number 2, healing is a journey, not a destination. It takes time. You have to be kind with yourself. It may be a lifelong journey, but do it anyway. Number 3, gratitude is the key to happiness. In every situation in life, there's always something to be grateful for. Focus on what you have and not what you lack. Gratitude opens your heart to abundance. And lastly and most importantly, believe in yourself, even if the world doubts you. Your worth is not based on others' judgments or opinions. You are beautiful just the way you are. Life will test you, refine you, challenge you, but remember, you gotta shine bright like a diamond. Always move with love and genuine intentions and watch the universe unfold its magic to you. I truly believe that each one of us has the power of doing amazing things in life and making a difference. You just need to find that inner light. Thank you for letting me unmask my story today. I hope that my story inspires you to unmask yours. Together, let's create a world where we embrace our journeys, our struggles, our pains, and where mental health is no longer something to hide, but something to celebrate. Thank you.